That should be good. All right. Let me get this set up. Oh, is it working now? Where is it though? We'll get started here in just a second, guys. Yeah, we'll get started here in a second. Video capture device. Let's delete that one. Yeah, I literally just started stream, guys, so give me 1 second to answer questions. I'm letting some people get in here, and then I'll answer. It is snowing heavy outside where I am right now. Minneapolis. Good snow. Ongoing. All right, here's what I want to do. Add existing. Interesting why it's not showing up. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix one of my cameras here, guys. Let's try this. Let's try deactivate. Activate. There's the snow outside right now. All right, let me make this smaller. We're gonna go back to this later. But yeah, we'll take a look at this later. All right. And here's our ongoing system. A little bit of rain down here to the south. St. Louis looks like it has some good snow moving into it. Although, guys, this is going to transition over to rain as we move through the day. So let's get as much snow piled up in St. Louis as possible before all that rain destroys all that good snow. So you have a chance for some of that to be still piled up there as we move throughout the weekend. Milwaukee, Milwaukee. Grayson's yelling, Milwaukee, Milwaukee. You guys got some snow moving into Milwaukee. It's the light stuff right now. It'll intensify as we move throughout the day. New England on Tuesday. We'll get to that in a second. Let's take a look at our latest. We're going to go over our latest snow totals first. Updated snow totals for today. Give me 1 second, guys. That's our high end right there. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, I want to pull up some live cams too. All right, we're gonna get started here. Let me Can we get some good live cams? Where could it be snowing pretty good right now? It looks like it's snowing pretty good in Des Moines. Des Moines. Should we get some live cams from there? Let's see if we can get a live cam out there in Des Moines. Yeah, some nice snow falling out there. Not too shabby. There's Des Moines. Where else is it snowing? Hey guys, everyone in chat, let me know where it's snowing. I want to pull up some live cams of these areas. Let me know where it's snowing. Actually, you know what we can do too? Do I want Radar Omega or do I want... I'm gonna get into answering all your questions. Give me 1 second. Let me just set this up. Heavy snow moving through the Minneapolis region right now. Woo! Look at that, guys. Bottom right corner of the screen. If you're on TikTok, you should be able to turn your phone sideways. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see. If you're on TikTok, can you hit the button and turn the stream sideways so you can see it bigger? Heavy snow moving through Minneapolis right now. Southern Minnesota, actually, in general. Anyways, let's see. Let's look at our cyclone ports, storm chasers, stations. Yes, you can. Okay, good. Good. Thanks, Marissa. Let's see where we've got some. There. Oh, yeah, we've got some. Here we go right here. This is Iowa. Swisher, Iowa. Nice. Look at this. Iowa as well. Some nice snow out here. Iowa's getting some really good snow right now. Southern Wisconsin. Some nice snow down there in southern Wisconsin. How's Milwaukee doing? We getting any good snow out there yet, or is this still too light? Don't worry. If you don't have any snow out farther east, it's a coming. Oh, look at this. We're already getting snow out there in Indiana. All right. It's a little bit ahead of schedule. Cedar Rapids. How we looking? Look at you guys. Nice. Okay. Let's get into this. Let me actually go. Let me open WeatherWise. Oh, are you kidding me? They finally got a snow radar on WeatherWise. They finally did it just in time for this storm. Oh my gosh, they cut that close. They finally did it, guys. They got a snow radar. Let me just change here. Oh, and it's a good radar too. What? Okay. All right, I'm going to show you guys this and we're going to get started. Promise you right now. This is a nice radar too. This is a nice looking radar. Playback speed, do we want fast? That's fine right there. Smoothing. Do we want to take away the smoothing? Do we want a ton of smoothing? All right, we'll take it down. Wow. Okay. Here you go. Here's WeatherWise. Brand new. We now have a snow radar on WeatherWise, and I actually like this type of radar. It's a little bit more bulkier. You can kind of see here. Probably filling in some spots that don't quite have snow, but there you go. A little bit behind schedule, but they have it now. I wonder how it looks down to a local level. Let's see here. Do they have it down to a local level? Let's see. Reflectivity, velocity. I think they just have... Oh, no. Precipitation type. There it is. Okay. Finally. I've been waiting for this. Looking pretty good. Okay. That being said, let's get into everyone's questions. Latest updated snow totals. Still expecting 8 to 10 inches. I don't know why my son's screaming. Still expecting 8 to 10 inches for Chicago, Milwaukee, maybe a foot of snow. Central to northern Illinois, your totals went up a little bit. 5 inches to a foot central to northern. The farther northern you get in Illinois, the more snow you could get. But central Illinois now, we're looking at like 8 inches. That went up a little bit. Iowa, central Iowa, 6 to 9 inches. Eastern Iowa, we could approach a foot out there. Central to southern Wisconsin, went up a little bit, 6 to a foot. As we get down to the south, Minneapolis, snow totals actually went up a tiny bit here, 4 to 5 inches around Minneapolis Metro, looking pretty good. As you get farther down to the south in Minnesota, you could see 7 to 8 inches. On the high end, you could see over a foot of snow. Expected amounts went up a tiny bit for Columbus, up to 3 inches. Dayton, up to potentially 4. Congratulations. Your snow totals went up. Mansfield, 4.5 potentially. I think you guys told me how to pronounce this yesterday. Terre Haute, 6 inches. St. Louis, around 4 inches. Still expect it. Northwestern Indiana, you can see here, guys, we're talking about 9 inches to a foot from Gary to South Bend. Most of Michigan is expected to get somewhere between 6 inches to a foot of snow. You all should get a good blanket of snow. But southwestern Michigan in particular could get some huge snow totals. Northwestern Iowa is looking very good too, close to a foot. All the way up from Cleveland up through Buffalo, we could see anywhere between 4 inches to 8 inches of snow. And then as you get up into New England, this is going to be more lake effect, more high elevation, heavy snow. Low elevation is not going to see as much. Kentucky, we're suddenly talking about over the next 72 hours, potentially 3 inches into Evansville, 3 inches into Louisville, 3 inches into Cincinnati. I think this is looking 72 hours out, so I think this has to do with the snow that's going to start moving through here on Monday as well. I think that actually may be what's happening up here in Columbus and what's happening out here. Because this is through the 12Z Tuesday. I think this is why the snow totals are up in Columbus and Dayton. This much snow may actually not fall with the weekend storm. I think this is accounting for our snowstorm Monday and Tuesday. That's why it's pushing up the totals on the southern edge here. So you actually might not see this over the weekend. You might need to wait another 48 to 72 hours on the southern edge here. St. Louis, 4 inches, not too bad. Drops off quickly as we get to the south and to the west of St. Louis. Anyways, looking pretty good. We have another snowstorm right after this. I'll show you that really quickly. The latest updates with that. Ooh, it's snowing pretty nice out here. Here. We're getting some, you can't really see, but we're getting some, you can't really see the snow on this camera, but we're getting some nice snow finally starting to fall here in Minneapolis. Let's go to the latest Euro 6Z thickness. Here's our storm. Okay, now let's see the second one. More snow for Chicago. The snow has moved north on the Euro. More snow for Chicago, potentially St. Louis, portions of Iowa, Kansas City. The Euro likes a decent amount of snow into Kansas City, maybe 3 to 5 inches into Kansas City. Interesting. On Monday. This moves out to the east, and the Euro, again, is just teasing DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York City. I mean, this snow could be 5 miles to your north and west of all those cities piling up. Very, 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 very close shot. Let's go up to New England real quick, and then I'm going to get to all of your questions. Winter. Yeah, I mean, look at the Euro. This is just mean. Guys, this is just mean. This is just mean to DC, Baltimore, Philly, and New York City. This is extremely rude. Who agrees in chat that this is extremely rude? Who agrees that's extremely rude in chat? Just say aye. This is what happens late November, early December. It's hard to get it there. Yeah, right? This is very, very rude. It's very rude. But hey, at least you could just drive a little bit and go into some nice snow potentially. That's mean. I feel for you guys. I mean, I moved here about 5 months ago, but I lived right here, Levittown, Pennsylvania. And this is what happened. The 2 to 3 years I lived there constantly happened. I think we ended up with 8 to 10 inches a year, which is not great. We're way under the average of 18 plus inches. Yep, I'm going over the highlights, and I'm going to answer everyone's questions. About 60 seconds, I'll answer everyone's questions. Grayson, I appreciate you. Marissa, what's going on? Pearly, Emmanuel, Weston, Jordan, Justin. So, yeah, very, very close there for you guys. Anyways, here is the latest on this storm. Again, taking a look at what's going on. We got, this is brand new on WeatherWise, guys. WeatherWise finally has a winter radar. I'm so happy because I like WeatherWise's radar better than Radar Omega's, but they didn't have a winter radar, which is crazy. But good for them. They got it now. Has cams, nothing up there. Let's see. I want to see, do we have some? They allow us to use their storm chasers for free. So that's good. I can just pop this up on stream. Let's see if he's got anything going on here. Here is Cedar County, Wilton, Iowa. We got anyone out here near Wilton, Iowa? Oh my gosh, you guys are getting some nice snow. Anyone out here around this region? Where are we? We're just to the west of Davenport, southeast of Cedar Rapids. Beautiful. Stay off the roads, guys. I mean, to be honest, though, this actually isn't terrible because not much ice with this, not really any ice in this area, so it's not too bad. The snow's a little grippy, which is good. so that's good. Not too bad, actually. That's pretty nice. All right. Anyways, so that's what's going on, guys. If you're not seeing big totals out here from Madison, Wisconsin down to Chicago, out here, your snow is really like this region here that I've circled. The heaviest snow is beginning to move in. So, this is some really, really heavy snow right in here. This right here, guys, is some very heavy snow. From Lincoln through Omaha out to Winterset, up to Cedar Rapids to Waterloo, down to the south of Mason City. That's some big, 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 big heavy snow. You can actually sometimes tell which snow is heavier by not looking at the winter radar. It's good to look at the winter radar to see where the snow rain line is. But if you want to know where the heaviest rain is, look at or heaviest snow is, look at the reflectivity. And then look at where. So right through here, this is going to be heavy snow right now. Cedar Rapids, because this is all snow. Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, that's very, very, very heavy band of snow right now. Moving up here, you can see we have some nice snow moving into Minneapolis right now. About to move into Rochester because the reflectivity shows us how much precipitation is in the cloud. The winter weather radar, guys, when you see all that blue, half of that blue is not making it to the surface. Half of that snow is evaporating, not making it to the surface. But this green is going to make it to the surface. This is heavy precipitation. So Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, Omaha, Lincoln, you guys are getting heavy snow right now. Logansport, Lafayette, Indiana, heavy snow, it looks like. Decatur, is that snow right now? That's the question. Yeah, Decatur, you guys are getting heavy snow. Effingham, Charleston, Terre Haute, Madison, looks like you're getting some good snow right now. Red Wing to Mankato, Minnesota. So good snow for a lot of people right now. St. Louis, is this snow right now? Because if it is snowing in St. Louis. Oh my gosh. Granite City, anyone out in here, anyone in chat out here? Granite City, Bellevue, Highland. I think Granite City and O'Fallon is probably really, 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 really dumping snow right now. You're there, Carson? That looks like it's dumping snow. Like look at our reflectivity here. Look at these yellows. This is dumping right here. Just to the east of Omaha. You could have thunder snow, honestly. Let me know if you hear any. Listen closely for thunder if you're out here. This is headed straight into Highland, Greenville, Bunker Hill, Mount Olive. You could get some thunder snow in here. Very, very, very heavy blizzard-like conditions down in that region. And again, look at this. I don't know if this is snow in this region, but if it is, you could get some thunder snow down in this area too. Yeah, up towards Nebraska City, towards Winterset, Des Moines. You guys are seeing heavy, heavy snow right now. You could get some thunder snow as well. All right, anyways, let's go into the latest snow totals, guys, and I'll answer all your questions. St. Paul. Let's look. Latest expectations out here. 3 to 4 inches again, and I've talked about this. Emmanuel, I appreciate the super chat. $5 super chat. That's a good lesson. I know that, but it's... Wait, okay. Oh, it's important to understand you're saying... Oh, Terre Haute now a lot. Terre Haute. I know. Now that I know how to say the name, I say a lot. All right. Minneapolis, St. Paul. I know we're saying maybe just 3.5 inches. There's a chance you hit that high end of 8+ inches only because it is so cold up here. You already have snow across the surface. Snow is not going to melt like it did with our snowstorm a few days ago where it snowed for 6 hours. The first 6 hours of snow melted. I appreciate the sub over there on YouTube. I appreciate anyone who subbed or followed. Snow is not going to melt. Our snowstorm about 3 days ago was underwhelming because the first 6 to maybe even 8 hours of snow was just melting overnight. So we ended up, instead of what the projected 3 to 4 inches, about 1.5. The surface wasn't cool enough. The surface is cool enough. We have snow up here. You could get a good snow ratio. You could get above 3.5 to 4 inches in Minneapolis easily, depending on the bands. We have some good bands up there. Madison, Wisconsin, projecting right now about 10 inches. I feel like that went up a little bit for you guys. Will we have school in Missouri? Northeastern Missouri, far eastern St. Louis. It depends. You're going to have decent amount of snow. I'm at 1.6 inches. It's heavy. Bryce, where are you at? Stupid iPhone super chats. No, that's fine. I understood what you said. Important to understand. I got it, Emmanuel. I always know that it's because, trust me, I know when you're typing on a phone and it autocorrects and smashes everything together. Kay, Gage, I appreciate you guys. Cody, I appreciate you. Indianapolis, your snow totals went up a little bit. 5 to 6 inches projected. I believe that went up a little bit, right? That's looking pretty good for you. Although, actually, this is out through Saturday. I think with this initial storm, it's actually not going to be that high. Let's take a look here. Yeah, because if we look just out to, you see Indianapolis may only see about 1 to 3 inches with this, because this, like, not looking 72 hours out. So again, some of these snow totals are accounting for the storm that's right after this. We're going to have another storm right after this, guys. That's going to bring more snow to areas in here, potentially into Chicago as well. Potentially, actually, you could expand this into here, including Kansas City maybe. So right after this storm, right after it, a day or two after, yeah, depends where you are, a day or two after. Upper New Jersey, you could get a dusting with this system. Now, if we move into our 72 hour, you could end up, yeah, I mean, it's 72 hour, maybe a dusting. Aura, Illinois, west of Chicago. Thanks for telling me where that is. Yeah, Aurora. Sorry, Aurora. You guys are expected about a foot of snow. Well, we'll say 8 inches to a foot of snow. Pretty good. You could have some nice totals up there. Skiatook, Oklahoma. Again, I don't know where that is. You got to give me an area to work with. Northeast, East Central. I'm probably saying it wrong too. I know I'm saying it wrong. Indy doesn't need that negativity, 5 inches. Yeah, I think this is with the combination of the next storm. But whatever snow falls, Indy, with this storm, well, I'm worried some of the rain behind it might kind of push those snow totals down before the second one. Hopefully that doesn't happen for Indy, and you just get some of that snow piling up on top of the original snow as the second storm moves through. Barbara, I appreciate you. Thanks for the rose. Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland right now expecting over the next 72 hours about 6 inches of snow. Over the next 24 hours, probably closer to 4 or 5 inches of snow. We got some nice snowflakes falling outside. Guys, I grew up in Florida for 24 years, so I'm a little child. I just want to go and roll around in the snow and make snow angels. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Blazin, extremely, very, super confused blonde. What's going on? Hey, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Bowling Green. A little dusting is possible here. If you overperform, maybe you end up with the half inch. But you know, we'll see what happens. This is a Monday, Tuesday thought for Bowling Green for potentially a little bit of snow. Yeah, if you want to know where your location is falling for, nearest city or direction in relation to a big city. Yeah, that helps sometimes if I don't know a bigger city. I hate skipping over people because I don't know where they're talking about. Christopher, KC. I'm guessing you're talking about Kansas City. I mean, I'm guessing you're in Kansas City. Maybe an inch over the next 72 hours. That's what the National Weather Service thinks. Metro Detroit, Southeast Michigan. Yeah, your snow totals have slowly moved up. Now we're talking 7. It was 5.5. It was 6. It was 6.5. It's 7. 7 inches for Detroit. Maybe 10 inches on the high end. Skiatook. Okay, that's easier to say. Northwest of Tulsa in Nebraska, or in northeastern Oklahoma. Northwest of Tulsa, northeastern Oklahoma. Oh, okay. Oh, so up here somewhere. I see what you're saying. Skiatook. Yeah, I mean, there's some, you know, the GFS has for a while been trying to put a little bit of snow up into this region, unlike the Euro. So we'll see what happens on Monday. There's a possibility you get a little bit of a dusting, 2.5 inch to the northeast of Tulsa. So you're saying there's a chance? Yes. Guys, yeah, I went over it in my video this morning, but I do need to show you the Euro is choosing violence again. Guys, oh my gosh. Okay. Pause. Pause, everyone. Pause. Pause. Look at this pattern from the Euro moving forward. Pause. Look at this pattern from the Euro moving forward. Okay? You need to see this. You need to see this. Here's our storm. Here's our second storm. Very close to snow up and down the East Coast. Cold air continuing to push out east. Check this out. More snow for the Northeast, potentially. Midwestern snow. More snow for the Northeast. What's this? What's this? What's this? This is kind of garbage time here, guys. 200 hours plus. But I just want to show you how aggressive these models are for the East Coast through December. We've been talking about. Look at this. Whoa. What is this, guys, on the Euro? This exact thing isn't going to happen. It's too far out. But we have a pattern that promotes a nor'easter beginning in the Southeast, pushing up through the eastern coast. We've been talking about this forever. So what's that? Trying to throw some snow down into Charlotte, Tennessee, portions of Tennessee, North Carolina. Look at that. Right up the coast there. So again, boom, 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 boom. Continual pattern. I mean, if this moved up again, more snow. Just a very aggressive. Just want to show you how aggressive the outlook is. Don't look at exactly where those storms are going. It's not going to happen. But European weekly, guys, check this out real quick. We're going to get back to our current snowstorm. 30-day temperature anomaly. This is what the European thinks the temperature anomalies are going to look like over the next 30 days. This confirms everything we've been saying for a month or 2 months. Really closer to 2 months. Very cold out east. Height anomaly. Looks absolutely insane for winter storm tracks. For the East Coast. For winter storm track potential for the East Coast. And for the Midwest and Plains. Super good outlook for you guys through December. Someone's going to have a white Christmas with tons of snow on the ground out east. That hasn't had a white Christmas with tons of snow on the ground out east in 2 decades. I don't know who it's going to be, but it's going to be someone or it's going to be a lot of people. Terry, I appreciate you. Chris, what's going on? Yeah, and the West, I'm sorry. We don't know that this is going to happen, but this is very, very ridgy. Very warm and dry. I've been saying for a while, though, eastern half of the U.S., aggressive upfront winter. I've been saying this since like late September. We move into January and February. Climatological outlook starts to look a lot more favorable for my peeps out here, which could extend your ski season as well through spring. We'll see. I got to get my January outlook out. Anyways, let's get back to what we were talking about. So everyone who's missing snow down here from these 2 snowstorms, and I keep saying it, we're not getting, for all my people who aren't getting snow, through these couple snowstorms here, your opportunities in December look abundant. So let's just hold our horses, okay? What areas west of Detroit, Michigan? That's where snow totals could start going up, start approaching 9 inches as you get out towards Ann Arbor, Jackson, Michigan. Northwest of New York City Tuesday, maybe a dusting. Hartford, Wisconsin, a little north of Milwaukee. You guys are expecting, all basically central to southern Wisconsin is expecting somewhere between 8 inches to a foot of snow. We'll say 7 inches to a foot of snow. Big snow for everyone up here. You can see kind of a blanket type snow. So hopefully most of you get those good snow totals. Do you think school will be canceled for Aurora, Illinois, west of Chicago? Yeah, that's possible. If you get the high end, yes. The high end is 18, 20 plus inches in Chicago. So yeah, if you get that high end, 100%. Do you think a nor'easter storm could shift south? Not this one early next week, but we have a few behind it that could verify. Let's see here. The system is continuing to deepen right now. Yeah, the system is continuing to deepen. Yes, it is. We can actually confirm that. Let's take a look at the latest HRRR. Let's just go right into short range H. Yeah, we'll even look at the 13Z. Let's go to multi-parameter. Here we go. Okay, you know what? Why don't you want to show me our low? It's got it at a 10-12, 10-08, 10-5, 10-4, 10-3. So as it progresses throughout the day, this is going to continue to deepen. Even though this isn't the deepest low, though, you can see the moisture funnel off the Gulf here, feeding it. So a lot better snowpack for a low that's not that deep. But it is deepening, and it will continue to deepen as it moves off into the northeast, as it moves through Michigan. What does that mean, deepen? That means heavier snow. That means the snowstorm is currently strengthening. It's not weakening. For anyone who's wondering. Do you think places a little northwest of Detroit will get heavy snow? Moderately heavy snow. I'm not talking about a foot, but I think 6 inches is almost a lock. 6 inches plus is almost a lock for the just to the northwest of Detroit. When it deepens, will it pull more moisture up from the Gulf? That's kind of the thought, as your trough is pulling this low pressure system off into the northwest. As it deepens, its winds intensify, and it can get a better stream of moisture to continue to funnel into it. Yeah. How does New Jersey look for Tuesday, Wednesday? Fade, what's going on? Not great. Northern New Jersey could get a dusting. We are... I'm distracted because I have heavy snow right in front of my face. You can't even see it on my... You can't really even see it on my camera, but... Yeah, you can't see the snow falling. That's funny. You can't see the snow falling. Interesting. I can't pick up the flakes. All right. Okay. I'm off until Tuesday. Do you think my job will say don't come? I don't know, because you're not getting like a bulk of snow at one time. You're getting a little bit here, then a little bit of rain, then a little bit here. So I don't know. I think maybe if the road conditions are bad, maybe it's hard. That's hard to tell. Yeah, a little bit hard to tell. Can I full screen this? Give me a second, guys. Let's see. Let's get an update.
Pull them out on if they were.
Let's get an update. We are out here to the southeast of Cedar Rapids, to the west of Davenport, Iowa. Heavy snow. This is eastern Iowa. Heavy snow currently falling. Heavy snow currently falling out there in eastern Iowa. Let's take a look at Radar Omega. Do we have any big snow totals out here? Where could we get some? Where could we see some big snow totals? Let's take a look. Let's take a look out here. This is in southern Wisconsin. Southern Wisconsin right now. Very white. Very white. Yeah, it's southern Wisconsin. Some snow falling out here. Beautiful. Out in Janesville. This is Davenport. Davenport, heavy snowflakes falling right now. Cedar Rapids, right in Cedar Rapids. You guys are getting some good snow. Here we go. This is kind of northwestern Indiana. Good snow falling out there in northwestern Indiana. Here's what's ongoing. Let me actually show you really quickly, guys. Let's take a look at our watches, warnings, advisories. Do we have any power outages? We've got some power outages out here in eastern, at least reported on here, some power outages in eastern Iowa, and then down there through portions in and around St. Louis as well, of areas that are in the snow right now. All right, so let's look at weather alerts. Everyone in the pink, you are in a winter storm warning. Purple, winter storm advisory. So lots of people. Do they not have St. Louis in a winter storm warning? St. Louis is not in a winter storm warning. Okay. Interesting. St. Louis, how heavy is the snow right there? Who in my chat's in St. Louis? How heavy is the snow? Gage, Alan, Crypto, Terry, I appreciate you guys. Heavy, right? That's what I was thinking. Looks pretty heavy to me, especially if we go back to our normal reflectivity. Looks pretty heavy there. So. Okay. Do you think it's going to get as bad as last year for Nebraska? Or Northeast, I saw any. Northeast Ohio with the snow? No. I mean, like, oh, you mean like if you're talking about for the winter as a whole, we could see some heavy totals in Northeastern Ohio, yeah. But not with this system. Just with good totals, not crazy. Really coming down, and we have 5 inches already. Oh, is that, Terry, is that St. Louis? I'd imagine. There's no... are you guys going to outdo your totals like that? That'd be crazy. Sage, what's going on? What's going on? Dry air is leaving the building, yeah. Yeah. No problem, Amy. When do you think snow will accumulate? Where do I think snow will accumulate the most? I've been saying it. I think, well, I said yesterday, I think this region in particular is going to have the heaviest snow totals. But, you know, you get lake effect out here that could always... I'm talking about non-lake effect. I think this area up here is going to have the highest snow totals. But looking at the current radar... No, yeah, I still think that. I don't know, though. Like, man, well, we're seeing some big snow in this region, headed towards this region right now as well. But I'm still going to say... southern Wisconsin, kind of northeastern Iowa, northwestern Illinois, I still think you're going to see the biggest snow. Not that you're not going to see huge snow everywhere else. We're going to see big snow everywhere else. I just think the area that could really outperform. How's Northern Kentucky looking for today and next week? Yeah, early next week, the National Weather Service is now giving Louisville 2.5 inches, Evansville 3 inches, Paducah 2.5 inches, Cincinnati 2.5 inches, Elizabethtown 2 inches, Madisonville 2 inches, Frankfurt 2 inches. So this is kind of north and western Kentucky. I think it'll be a lot of coastal storms. Yeah, we have a great opportunity. I went over this earlier in the live. There's a lot of good opportunities ahead for snow along the Mid-Atlantic and New England coast. So let's hope one of those verifies. But it's a really good pattern ahead for that region for snow. Definitely. I want another Red Bull. It feels like I've been live for 2 hours. I've been live for 37 minutes. Guys, I want to go play in the snow. Appreciate the live. Yeah, no problem, Terry. Every day. I thought we'd have more people in here today, though. I mean, I'm very thankful for 100 people in my live and TikTok. What do we got over on YouTube? About 23. But you usually, as a winter storm's ongoing, the traffic gets pretty heavy. It's still early, though. I guess it's like, what, 8:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:40 in the morning Central Time? All right. Here's the latest with our radar. By the way, guys, if it's snowing in your area, okay. So, like I said earlier, taking a look at the reflectivity here. These greens is where it's snowing the heaviest right now. I want to take this. I need to mess with this reflectivity real quick. Let me actually go to... lowest altitude. No, 1 second, guys. Precipitation type, reflectivity. Let's fix this a little bit. Let's gate it off a little bit. There you go. 6. All right, there we go. Heavy snow moving into kind of this region right here. So Gaylord, Minnesota, Lakeville, Oak Grove, Red Wing, Shakopee, Eagan, Bloomington, Oak Grove, heavy snow bands. Lakeville's about to get a very heavy snow band. We could see some thunder snow down there in Lakeville. There's a satellite, or there's a radar right here, by the way, from Shorewood up to Spring Park, down through Shakopee. There's a radar here that always leaves like a little empty pocket of no snow there. But there is. It's just, it always shows it empty because of the radar. Like, watch as you move forward. You see how that just never fills in? You see how it never fills in? Don't be deceived. I'll show you the radar there real quick. See? There's the radar. So it always just leaves nothingness in here. All right, let me get to answering more questions. Let's go max reflectivity. Reflectivity. Yeah, here we'll go. There we go. Heavy snow up there. This is going to lead to an overperformance in this area, I think. We'll see, though. We'll see. I think that's going to lead to an overperformance. Composite. Des Moines still getting good snow. Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Eldridge, Savannah. Chicago is probably not snowing too hard at the moment, but here it comes. Right here. Here it comes, Chicago. Downtown Chicago, you got some good bands moving into. Milwaukee as well. This is some good snow out here. Moving up to the northeast. This is just crazy heavy snow moving through Jacksonville and Decatur. Logansport down to Kokomo. I don't know how to pronounce it. Muncie, Indiana. Good snow. Fort Wayne, you have some big snow headed your way. Anyone in Fort Wayne, Indiana, you have some big snow headed your way. All right. All right. Terry, I appreciate you. Let him cook. Jasmine, what's going on? Oh, there were 300 earlier. I probably got in trouble. If I reset my live, it'll probably bring everyone back. Sometimes I have to do that because you know what happens with TikTok. I'm not even going to get into it. How the Vikings doing? Oof. Yeah, not good. But exciting. Brosmer is going to start, and he went to Minnesota, so that's exciting. He's going to start this week. Euro is leaning more snow into central New Jersey. Do you agree? In the mid range, yeah. How windy? We can look at wind speeds right now. Let's take a look at winds. Let's take a look at winds. Looks like we got some good winds out here. Pushing through South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas. Strong winds through Kansas City. I mean, really some decent winds. It's not... Where's our areas with the strongest winds right now? Winds are pumping for most people out here. Winds are pumping for most people out here. Peoria, Springfield, you look like you have some pretty decent winds moving in. A lot of the heaviest winds are actually out there in the Central Plains. And then coming off the lake right now. Right around the center, though, of this low, of course, there's some pretty strong winds. Probably moving through St. Louis as well. Here, I can actually go into... Let's do this. What's our temperatures like? St. Louis 32. Yeah, you're getting really close to transitioning over to rain. All right, we got some more people on here on WeatherWise. This is in Clarence, Iowa.
Come in for
Clarence, Iowa. Anyone in there? Getting some good snow. Let's take a look at Iowa City.
head back north here shortly.
Iowa City.
Head back towards.
These people are going to be following the snow, so they'll be moving over into Illinois, likely Wisconsin.
In Cedar Rapids. Yep, that is what the car shows as well.
Wilton, look at that. Okay, I'm going to get back to answering questions. Give me 1 second. Oh, my son's going to play out in the snow. Here, what I might do, guys, I might get off for a little bit. I'm go play in the snow with him, and then I'll get back on and continue to cover this today. Let's let me answer a few more questions, and then I'm gonna get off, and then I'll get back on a little bit later. But give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna try to answer speed round as many questions as I can before I hop off. Okay. Let me answer some quick questions. Ready? What's your prediction for Tuesday? Storm, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Where's Hershey, Pennsylvania again? I've not. Where's Hershey, PA? I lived in PA. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. You'll be lucky for a half inch probably. But again, moving forward, December looks like you could get a lot of snow out in that region. You'll have a lot of chances. Chi-Town, what's going on? Is it going to snow in Allentown, PA? again, I think you're not going to see much snow until we move past this next storm. December looks very, very good for the East Coast. I've been talking about that for a while, for the Northeast especially. Let's see. I know, right, Sage? I agree. Have you ever taken a step back and realized how cool it is that we can know how much snow will fall and where? Or we could get pretty close. I didn't talk about the Tuesday system. Tuesday system, not much has changed. We're still looking at... Let's go to the latest Euro. Oh, we actually have the new one loading in here. Tuesday system, we're still keeping that snow just inland along the coast. Is 12Z get? No. Yeah, just inland along the coast. As you can see there, just to the west of, north and west of the I-95 corridor. Still maybe getting 1 to 3 inches up there in Boston. Toledo, Ohio, snow totals. Maybe about 7.5. You guys could push 10 inches if you get lucky here on the high end. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate the subs, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm doing good. My Thanksgiving was good. I appreciate that, Shy. Shot-town. What's... Okay, I don't know where that city is. But Illinois is looking fantastic for snow. Central to northern Illinois could easily get 7 inches, 7 or 8 to a foot of snow, 8 inches to a foot of snow. Once you get south of Springfield, they start to go down a little bit, but even all the way down to Effingham, we're looking like maybe 6 inches. So most of Illinois is expected to get good snow. Snow totals really drop off as you get down to the south. By the way, a lot of this snow here is from our system on Monday, not from this system moving through right now. I don't know where those are either. I don't know where I only know the big cities. Okay, so Chicago. So okay, yeah, northeastern. Northeastern Illinois. Yeah. Right now we're thinking about 10 inches of snow. That's the latest projected. And that's the latest projected up here. You can see everywhere up here is projected about 10 inches of snow in northeastern Illinois. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. That should be fun. Lexington, Kentucky, not expected really any with this system, but with our next system, maybe we get 1.5 inches. That's the latest from the NWS. Holy crap! What? Whoa. Whoa. Thank you, Ty. Holy crap. That was crazy. I've never seen that before. That might be the most gift that I've ever gotten at one time in a year. Ty, you did not have to do that. That was extremely generous. Thank you, Ty. Holy crap. That caught me off guard. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, I think that might be the new record. I'll have to confirm that. That's crazy. I appreciate you. Right as I'm about to get off too, although I'm going to get back on a little bit later. I'm going to go play in the snow with my son for a little bit and then hop back on to continue to cover this. That was crazy, Ty. Seriously. That was very, very generous. Holy crap. And the finger heart right after it. What does the Euro show for snow? Bowling Green, Kentucky. Bowling Green, Kentucky right now, you'll get lucky if you get a dusting on Monday or Tuesday. But, I've been talking about it, guys, over and over again. If the Euro, we like the Euro model, and it shows just brutal cold and an active winter storm pattern out here for the next 3 weeks. So I wouldn't be too concerned if you don't get snow in the next 10 days out here, because we're locking and loading systems continuously for this region out here. One of them's probably going to head south. One of them's probably going to try to affect the coast as well. So I wouldn't worry too much. I know you don't want to wait that long, but, it's a good pattern ahead. Need something for the eastern shore of Maryland. Yeah, second week of December. It's possible. That's when it's getting engaged. That's when it's starting to look good out there. Jeez, Ty. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop off. My son's outside playing in the snow. I can see him. I'm going to go play with him for a little bit. Then I'm going to get back on a little bit later. We're going to continue to cover this stuff. I appreciate all you. Again, Ty, holy crap. Thank you. Thank you, mods. Thank you, anyone who's followed, gifted, been involved, helping the algorithm here. I'm going to get back on a little bit later. We'll say right now, we'll say right now around 12:01, so maybe a few hours. I'm gonna hop back on and we're gonna continue to cover this. But if it's earlier, I'll let you know. Here, wait, look at this real quick. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There he is in the snow. All right, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. See ya.